Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Minishoot Adventures. It's, how do I describe it? It's a twin-stick shooter crossed with like kind of Metroidvania Zelda designs. I played the demo for this a while ago and I had an absolute blast. It's also made by the developers of Swords and Souls Never Seen, which I rather enjoyed a long time ago. And so, I guess I have super early access to this game, so we're just gonna dive in. Let's see, slower enemy bullets? Nah, let's just do original difficulty and dive in. I haven't seen a whole lot of developers trying to go for more of like a top-down Metroidvania slash Zelda style. Huh. It's just a civilization of cute little ship people. Kind of. Some of them looked kind of scuffed though. Oh, and of course, it's the evil ship people. They have come. You know, I wasn't expecting our character to be... Wake up, little one. The corruption has emerged. The Unchosen is back. Search for your shipling friends. Retrieve my primordial powers and restore balance to the great crystal. Alright, farewell, little creatures. Oh no, I can't shoot yet. I can't do anything yet. Yeah, I can't even go through that. But yeah, I absolutely adore Metroidvanias. There are not many of them that like really mix it up that hard. And that's always felt like kind of a wasted opportunity to me. Okay, so now I can shoot in any direction. So I can destroy these crystals. Looks like... No, I can't pick up crystal bits. I was assuming for a hot second it would be like a currency or something. Yep, that's the currency. Oh, that's a nice little kind of animation. The little crystal bits going into the bigger gem looking thing. Now, it looks like it just gets picked up automatically. Yeah. So I don't actually have to be up close and personal with it. Okay. Let's just plink our way through and mess them up. I like how the ship kind of has that, like, smooth turn feel to it. But, like, I've always wanted more first-person shooter Metroidvanias. I've definitely wanted... Can I fall into the water? Oh, yeah. 100%. Doesn't look like it hurts me, though. It just potentially, you know, stuns me. And opens me up to take a hit. But specifically, like, there's nothing really truly special about Metroidvanias that makes them Metroidvanias. It's mostly just exploration and backtracking, which is very rarely done in other genres just because, I don't know. I think people would rather go for, like, the more full Zelda-like experience or, like, an open world game nowadays or, like, a collectathon. Oh. Orient your ship towards enemies when you shoot. Aiming mode. I'm gonna go for assisted. I don't think I want automatic. Though it sounds kind of nice and lazy for me. Having just a little bit of bonus auto-aim is kind of nice in the thick of things. I'm liking those accessibility settings. Hey, so we've leveled up. So that lets me equip stuff later, I think. Upgrade... Oh, no, we just get it already. Let's see. So I can increase my fire range, increase my bullet speed, fire rate, crit chance, and move speed. You know, I'm actually going to grab just move speed for now. I should be able to upgrade and downgrade things as I go along. Clear up all the crystals around him first for no other reason than because why not? Yeah, why is he so scuffed looking? Why is Buddy Ship Man just like kind of broken? Okay, gun level 2, but I need more of those. But I can upgrade my equipment. Also, it's CV sync. There we go. Yeah, let's just wander around. Can I check the map, or is that an upgrade that I have to get first? Let's see. Damage, that. Nope. If there's a map, I do not have access to it yet. Let's see. Can't cross that. We've got more of those. Gets us our pathway across. I'm just going to wander around and kind of do whatever I want. I could fight that guy there, but I'm not actually sure if I'm going to get anything useful out of him. Because likely, he's just going to die... he's just going to die in the water. You know, I might get resources from him. Maybe. Oh, can I destroy the big pot? I can, but what's that do for me? Not a clue. Yeah, we need some kind of jump if I want to actually get access to some of these things. Though, this looks interesting, whatever it is. I probably should have actually, like, pieced out of the center while they're still spawning. I haven't tested if they do contact damage. They do. Unless it got me with a sneaky shot and I didn't notice. Which is also possible. Anyway, I might as well mention at this point that Minishoot Adventures is available now on, at the very least, Steam. I don't know if it's on other platforms. I wouldn't be, shoot. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't come out on, like, Switch at some point as well. This feels like a very Switch-centric game. Unfortunately, I don't know too many of the details, because, like I said, I have super early advanced access to this game. And it's, as a result, my own details are slightly scant. This is a map fragment. Ooh, so we can actually see where a lot of stuff is, including where a dungeon is. But we don't want to do it yet because I am a weak boy and we'll probably get wrecked. At some point I'm going to have to just sit down and play through just like every single Metroidvania on my lineup. Because I think I've been stacking a ton of them lately. Ooh, there's a path upwards. So where does this take us? This might be a dungeon? It might be, but I can't get through it. I need to be able to destroy those. And I can't at the moment. I think my biggest problem is, one of, like, my kind of main-ish goals out of this year, next couple of years, is mostly just to get to the point where I can start doing, kind of game review-y things. And it feels like doing just, like, a gazillion Metroidvanias would be kind of fun. I think my big problem... well, my big problem with Metroidvanias is, like, content creators, a lot of people don't actually want to watch them. Let's see. Let's give myself some extra fire range. Because some extra range is going to put me in a much safer position. Let's see. Cube? Nope. This is the bad place. And unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of health. So, puts me in a bit of a bad place here. I'll make it work, or I won't. Blessed be the extra health. Grab those. I guess there's that other ship up there that I should probably finish off so he's not. No, he's only shooting a little bit at me. He's not really hemming me in that well. And we're back up to full health. And we get the cube, whatever the cube is. Boost. I think it's just for dashing and moving and possibly going over jumps. That would be my assumption. Let's see. What was I going to say as part of this all? Oh, right. Metroidvanias tend to kind of underperform on YouTube. I think a lot of people don't like platformers, is kind of the deal. I think they're a little boring for people, or it's just, they're just polarizing enough that a lot of folks lose interest in them. But I adore good platformers. I don't need, like, just, well, I don't like precision platformers, I guess is maybe my bias showing. but I adore Metroidvanias. I adore anything kind of Mega Man adjacent. Mega Man, Metroid, or... It might actually just be those two. Hello. And so, it's always been a little bit of a curse. Oh yeah, I guess the side-scrolling Souls-like, so those tend to be Metroidvania-ish as well. But it's always been a light curse of being like, man, I love this specific genre. And then no one watches those videos, and I'm like, no, they're the best, though. I mean, that's not always true, but I do find... I think this is just like an algorithm thing. But I do find myself feeling a little cursed lately. Interesting, the assistive mode also gives me a slight homing effect. Unless that was already baked in and I just didn't know. But I've been feeling like I've been fighting the algorithm more lately. In terms of like, hey, this is a really good game. I want more people to kind of pay attention to it and like keep an eye out. Yeah, I don't think I can get through that. I'll figure it out. Do we go in the cave? We go in the cave. Maybe it'll get me access to whatever that rock is. Or not. Sure, let's just go here. This looks like a battle room of sorts. Yeah, take out the minions first. Because the boss is easy enough to dodge. Because you can just pretty much circle strafe most enemies safely. Tough bugger, though. But at least we have enough for the level 2 gun, which is going to be helpful. Okay, anything else? We do have this here. Okay, do we level up, and what do we level up? You know what? I'm going to downgrade the movement speed. Let's go for some damage at this point. What is it? What does it do? Well, I'm not racing it. Otherwise, I would have just caught it. I'm glad I have the boost mode. But yeah, I think if I ever do like extensive game reviews, I'd probably at least try and mix in some amount of Metroidvanias just because like I have so many on my backlog. They're all reasonably short, and maybe that's the reason why I like them so much, is that they tend to be better bite-sized experiences. Was it a race? Okay, so the answer is that was a race. I was supposed to beat it. Whoops. Okay, so I think I could beat it. The fact that it cheats is a bit of a problem. Not a huge one. But I could see it being an issue. So let's downgrade these. Let's just grab those two. Being able to respec on the fly is, I would say, pretty massive. This might be one of those that I have to... Oh, those flowers are boost juice. My computer decided to link up with my TV, and it just, like, stunned me. I don't think there's a better way for me to I don't think there's a better way for me to describe what happened there. You will not beat me, you little cheater. Did I get it? I think I did. Child of the Crystal, you found one of my spirits. Bring them all back to safety, and their secret tower will open. Okay, so I've got a bunch of little doodads to go find. Zoom through. Oh, right, we might as well respec, because I don't need the movement speed anymore. So let's go for damage and fire range. There we go. Yeah, we might as well just be chunking through these guys. We might as well also go get the boosted weapon as well. I think we get other abilities later too. I don't remember if we get like a short dash or something. Some way to like dodge through projectiles. Okay. So we got Big Roomba here. Yeah, at least he's pretty vulnerable from behind. I'm not too worried. Not too injured either. Okay, so where does this stick us? Somewhere cool? Out on the backside. Is there a reason for it, though? Bunch of money. That's kind of hard to see. I do like the secrets, though. Oh, there's another one. Okay. It feels pretty good looking around and, like, finding just little bits here and there that's like, oh, yeah, that's another, like, little secret chamber for me to suss out and do something with. Where are we going, though? I have no idea. Oh, it's like a water strider. It even kind of moves like one. And yeah, it does look like resources dropped on the ground. Yeah, I don't think I can hit that guy. But there is the money. It's actually a little bit of money. We've leveled up. We have no chest. Could do bullet speed. We could do fire rate for now. I think range is probably going to be one of the big useful ones. Okay, it wants me to go there. Ah, but we do get a shortcut. Now, can I go to the right here? At all? No, it's on the opposite side of all of this. And we need a button to get through that. And we went up here already. Did I go up here? Yes. Okay. It's either, well, it's either a secret or it's not. But you know what I should do? I should go back to town. Let's get that second gun level, which might give me like a double shot. Yes. Ooh, that's a big upgrade. Now let's go this direction. If I'm not making a whole lot of headway on one side, I might as well go the other direction. Because I bet I'm going to make a lot more headway there. Oh, you know what? Let's go back to him. What does he sell next? Gun level 3. 22. Oh boy. I mean, might still be worth it though. The damage up that we just got is massive. Ow. And if I can get my hands on... Well, if I can upgrade it even further, I can only imagine that it's going to be pretty punchy. Right. There we go. Might actually be one of the few games that turned down too much. Oop. That's a big mess. Oh, ow. At least I'm close to town. I was not expecting those guys to just be cruising for me. At nearly that level of speed or enthusiasm. Okay. Let's zoop back. But yeah, I've been playing... Ooh, hi. Oh, but I can't get to him from here. So we'll have to come from another angle. I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy VII. Ooh. Yeah, I need some kind of jump or boost that'll get me over watery gaps there as well. So I guess we got to go back to the right side. Whatever it is that I'm looking for, it's over here. You know what? I haven't been to the Heck Temple up here, have I? Oh, because I haven't found the switch for it. Okay, so that brings me back to town. I guess I can just kind of look at everything. 99% certain we've been in that cave, but you know what? I'm gonna double check. I have a bad habit of skipping caves that I've already been in. Hopefully at some point the map actually shows like, hey, here's like a cave that you haven't been in yet, or this cave still has an item in it that you haven't found. Verbose like map information goes such a long way in Metroidvanias. I'm going to assume that's probably an inevitability. And that should give us 4 heart containers now, yeah? Yeah. Yeah. So this might actually be a bit more Zelda than anything. More Zelda than Metroidvania. Because it kind of has both the dungeons and the overworld, but it definitely has a lot more backtracking, so it's hard to say. I guess what I was going to talk about is that I've been playing a lot of the... Ooh. So those are where the ships are. I don't know. It's probably over here somewhere. I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy VII R2. Oh. I have the boost to go over these gaps. This might be a one-way trip, so who knows, this might have been foolish. Probably should have gone for the boss, but eh. But I absolutely adore that game. It's got a lot to love. It is also very long. I think I'm 50 hours in, and I probably have like another 15 to go, give or take. Okay, so he can only be killed from the back. A number of these can only be killed from the back. How do I... Oh, here we go. Let me level up. Yeah, most of these are going to require more. I could take down my fire... Yeah, let's just go for damage. I'll switch my spec around a little bit. Can I destroy you? No, it doesn't look like it. But yeah, it's absolutely packed with all the things I like. You know, cool lore, charming characters, interesting story, some fun fun locations to explore. It also has like... Huh. How the devil do I get in there? I have no idea. We'll have to come back later. But also has just like some of the worst open world, like, hey, there's a tower, go, you know, go do the tower thing on it. Oh, here's like a random enemy group that you have to kill for reasons. And like, it's not strictly bad, it's just a matter of kind of maybe overly repetitive. And so like, I find that this is true of almost every open world game I ever play. This feeling of constant like, are we there yet? I don't think I've played a single open world game where I've been like, yes, I can't wait to do more of this. Energy max. Oh, for the dash. You know, you get to a new region, you see new towers, and you're like, I can't wait to climb that tower. Like, it's kind of useful, especially if it's for getting around. I guess Enshrouded is probably the best example I can think of that, where, like, you see the tower and you're like, yes, this is something I definitively want. Because by getting this tower, I now have, like, a new wingsuit location to fly from. I guess that's kind of valid for Tears of the Kingdom as well. It had a decent degree of... It had a decent degree of like, hey, I found a cool thing, or like this fast travel point is useful. So I definitely remember spending a lot of time in the underworld, running around looking at stuff and being like, yeah, this is cool. But it was also a lot of time spent just wandering the world, doing functionally not much, just for the sake of kind of mild progression. Do we keep pushing it? Well, I can... Oh, okay, so we're here. Kind of. Or, no, we needed to come here to get access to the dungeon, finally. So I actually chose the correct direction to go because otherwise it would have been hard locked. Nice. All right, is there anything else here? Because I think I came out of that cave. Oops. And I can't get there. We need some kind of fire shot. Okay, so at this point, the only way for me to go is to go back and do that dungeon. There we go. But I crave a lot of these experiences, but in a smaller package. Not necessarily because the bigger package is like too much, but just because, I don't know, just like after 20 hours on any game, usually the, I think the novelty wears off. And then I'm just kind of like, I have been here before. Okay, there's no way for me to heal, is there? I was really hoping by going back to town and like just chilling or something I could heal up. But looks like it's just time to go to the dungeon. I'll be fine, probably. But so like a full gaming experience in 5 hours is really nice for me because that's something I can get in like an evening or two. Having to spend hours and hours and hours on one game can be a little onerous because it's not just me. You know, my wife is hanging out next to me the entire time more often than not. And the game has to be fun enough for me to play, but interesting enough story-wise for her to want me to keep doing it. Otherwise, she's like, you're monopolizing TV. I want to watch my, you know, bad horror movies. And I'm like, I don't want to watch your bad horror movies. So I have to, like, tempt her with good video games. She just made a at me. Which is fair. Just get the money. There we go. Like, obviously, a lot of this would be solved if I had, like, a second television or something, but that's kind of tacky in and of itself, and I also do not have space for that kind of thing. I live in a, you know, reasonably large apartment, all things considered, but we've kind of packed it to the brim with board games, and that is a problem. But even, like, beyond the whole, like, keeping ourselves interested past X hours, you know, there's only so much time in a given day, week, year, whatever, and that, you know, I'm very much accepting the idea of, like, I can't play every single video game ever made, nor do I really want to. There's quite a lot of video games that are not worth it. But it does suck a little bit from the perspective of, like, oh man, here's all these games that I want to play. But when a game starts to, like, last too long, there's kind of that feeling of, like, I could be doing literally anything other than this, and it would be better. There we go. I don't know what we have in this chunk. This is money. Alright. And so, maybe this wasn't as much of a problem when I was younger. Actually, I would absolutely say this is true. That when I was young, you know, growing up in the 90s and early 2000s, there were a lot of video games, but a lot of them were like bad shovelware. And so it was reasonably infrequent that you would come across like a 10 out of 10 game, or even a 7 out of 10 game that was worth putting a bunch of time into. So I'd often rent games from Blockbuster instead, just as kind of like a, well, sure, why not? I'd like to, let's see, I'd like to try these games and my parents won't let me buy them, but they'll let me rent them for like a week or two sometimes. Sometimes they'd say like, oh, you and your brother seem to love that game. We'll let you buy it. And that was usually because the old Blockbuster versions would go up for sale every once in a while. Okay. Ooh, leveling up. Gets rid of enemy shots. That's a good way of preventing it from like kind of trapping you, which I appreciate. I've been thinking about this a lot for like kind of mid-tier-y games recently. Games that are actually like kind of good, but not that memorable. I'm gonna say like Immortals of Avium is probably the best possible example. That's a game that I probably would have gone bananas for when I was younger, but now it's just like, I could play any of my hundreds of other games that I desperately want to finish. You know, why should I be putting time into this one? And, you know, I probably will actually end up playing Immortals of Avium. Not necessarily because, like, it's gonna be a good game, but... Oh, there's a path over here. I think this is where I get the ability to, like, hop over small gaps or something. Or maybe I get something else. Maybe it's like a dash. Okay, I have another key. But so when I was a kid, and back when variety was less, there was considerably less competition. Both in the games industry in general, but also just for people's time. And so nowadays it's just like, well, I could be doing this, or I could be doing this, or I could be doing this. And so I struggle when I'm playing really long games nowadays, because it just has that kind of like, I don't want to say, oh no, this is probably the hop. Oh, so it's a dash, then it's the boost. Alright, fair enough. We've leveled up again. Oh, I actually have a couple. Oh, let's just put 2 points into fire range. Oh, and I can't do anything else. That's fine. I wish I could destroy these. But so, I guess due to this kind of feeling of my schedule is super packed and why would I play X or Y game when I have so many other things that I could be doing, it's made me appreciate the really short games all the more, because it's just kind of like, oh man, that was a game that I sunk like 2 nights in and it felt really good to finish it up. You know, Cocoon and Citizen Sleeper and Tangle Tower, stuff like that. And like, I don't know, there's definitely a couple of games that I wish had that vibe, but they're just too big and long. And then I conversely do like the really long games that really get into the story or the world design in some meaningful fashion, but those tend to be weirdly rare. I guess it's because it takes a lot of time and effort, and the chance of failure on a story-based game is like way high compared to practically any other game. What? I need another key. That's a boss key there. I'm pretty sure, yeah, ship position unknown. Let me just check this initial area. There might have been something here that I missed. No. Anything out that way? Unless there's a secret that I missed, which could have. But it's probably in the upper section that I haven't been, or upper section that I haven't spent too much time in. Oh, it's probably, no, it's not over here, but I'm glad I checked. I think also, like, shorter, smaller games tend to feel a little bit more inventive, too. Maybe? I mean, that's not always true. I think it's the good ones tend to feel more inventive. Because I think there's a greater necessity to be inventive. You can't just make Mario but shorter. Most people aren't going to care about that. So there's a selection bias in favor of really inventive short games, because any kind of rote short game, most people are just going to ignore because what's the point? Okay, so it's got to be on the right side then? Like boss maps or can I? No, can't heal there. Boss maps, region maps are super duper handy. You know what? We probably didn't go up here. Yep. You can tell because it's swarming with enemies. Hello, little nerds. I've been feeling this way about, like, movies and television lately, too. I've moved away largely from streaming services just because they kind of were starting to give me kind of an ick feeling. Even before, like, last year's writers and actors strikes. But after those, I was just kind of, or, well, I guess at the beginning of those, I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to unsubscribe from these and get my movie fix elsewhere. And so we've just been buying a lot of movies, kind of the answer. Going back and finding all the ones that I loved. So we picked up, like, The Matrix, all 4 of them for, like, almost nothing. And that was actually kind of cool, because it's like, sure, I could probably hunt down what streaming service they're on, but I think it's probably HBO or something, but... Oh yeah, because it's Warner Brothers. Ow, I deserve that. Took me a bit to process. I'm a little sleepy. I gotta record a lot of videos in the next couple of weeks, and so this is kind of me in my, like, chill zen down state at the end of the day, before I go sink endless hours into Final Fantasy or something. But yeah, I just have largely decided to buy movies instead. Or pick them up from the library if I'm uncertain. So we picked up, like, the 2 Jumanji movies, which are really bad. Like, the first one was kind of charming, but ultimately I wouldn't say they're really worth most people's time. It was kind of fun to put a little bit of time into them and say, like, yeah, that was kind of good enough for now. Would I ever put time into them again? No, not even close. I was kind of hoping I could leave those there as a reserve to come back for. I wonder if I could have, actually, if I hadn't broken the pot. I don't think it matters that badly, though. Or, I don't think it matters that much. Okay. I think he's available to hit again? Yeah. I was wondering if I should actually improve my movement speed. But we have the dash and the boost, so I think I can get away without. And the long range. There we go. What was the other one? I guess the Jurassic World movies. We'd pick those up, and those were really bad. Like, I hated the first one. The second one was worse, and then the third one was unintentionally one of the funniest movies I think I've ever seen. But I don't think they wanted it to really be a comedy. But it's kind of one of those, is like, it's a comedy almost built upon the, like, state of its excesses, rather than because it was, you know, anybody was funny or even the writing or anything. It was just like stuff would happen and it's just like, this makes no sense, but it was clearly done somewhat based on the whims of a committee. But so I've been feeling that about a lot of modern movies, that I think the money men have kind of put themselves in the director's chair by approving or disapproving of certain ideas, and it's just kind of like, well, that kind of sucks. I want to watch movies by filmmakers, not, you know, Bob Iger. But, you know, he's probably not the better, or he's probably not the best example I can think of at the moment. I'm just mostly thinking of, like, Star Wars, and how, like, yeah, I think the new TV shows have done a good, or new TV shows? Yeah. The new TV shows did a fine enough job of kind of making it Star Wars again. One of the big beefs that I was running into, though, is it felt like every single episode, I was talking to a Vac about this, for both Doctor Who and now Star Wars and some other things, is this feeling that everything is kind of written not by a group of writers who know what the show is about, but by disparate people who have a vague idea. And I found that that's been kind of unsatisfying to me. Because there's no consistency. I'm just going to be talking like circles. I don't know. There's no consistency to it, and so it feels like I'm getting turbo whiplash. And because it lasts so long, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seasons, something like that, there's kind of that feeling of like, I want to get invested in this thing, but I cannot because there's no author's vision anymore. It's so much of it has been just relegated to like a handful of people that are barely even communicating together and cannot like get the story straight. Okay, so how do we go around? Take the lower path. Have I even been in here? I have no idea. This is new. We have the torches on the side though, and I think I need an ability to be able to actually do something with them. That said, those couple of damage ups and the gun up have rendered this fight at least kind of comically easy. But to go back to my thing about like time and time investments, I wasn't really feeling particularly satisfied by a lot of modern movies because, yeah, it's just too much. Can I actually go through this? I can go through this. I'm just gonna keep poking around. We'll see what we can find here. Because, yeah, there's a lot of secrets that I did not suss out, I think, when I was first coming through. Okay, that's a ramp there. I think we want to skip that for a moment. And I've been through the rest of this, so I guess, yeah, let's go down this direction. But it feels like shorter games, and especially indie games, this will always be true. Kind of that feeling of, like, the author's vision shines through. It's not just, like, the one singular author. It's, you know, the artists, the gameplay designers, you know, every single aspect of the game. You can kind of feel the people involved. And so, like, even playing this, you can tell it was made by developers who made Flash games once upon a time. There's just, I mean... Oh. Huh. I can do a spin. The aesthetic is definitely, like, kind of the main root cause, or root style. Like, it's just so flashy, but in a very refined and comfortable way. And it's one of those where, I don't know, it feels very nostalgic while also using, like, a lot of modern gameplay design techniques and quality of life, which I appreciate greatly. Okay, so he just goes in circles? Oh no, he's leaving. I don't know why I'm gendering a spaceship, but hey, here we are. And so I find, especially for the, like, absolute biggest games, I lose out on a lot of that, like, author's vision. I can break that. I don't know if there's anything in these runes, but I'm gonna break the lot of it. Hoping one of these would have a switch or something. Well, that pissed off these guys. So I guess it wasn't a switch exactly, but it got me what I was looking for. I think it might have just been like, I just need to get deeper into the environments and trigger them to spawn, rather than shooting that one random thing in the corner. But you never know. If I ever make, like, an RPG Maker game, I'm just gonna, like... Well, if I ever make a game in general, I'm just gonna pack it full of, like, really inane secrets. Maybe. I don't know. Like, I guess some part of me is also unsatisfied by inane secrets and stuff like that. Because there's that kind of feeling of, like, you have to find them all. And that can kind of suck. I think the answer is, I want to pack a game full of secrets, but I want to tell everybody that there are 5 secrets in this area. And then, like, slightly later on in the game, it's like, not only are there 5 secrets in this area, you miss like 3 of them here, and it just gets like more and more obvious where you've missed stuff as you get further and further into the game. This music's really chill. The only problem is I don't have a map piece for this, so I'm flying blind and it's uncomfortable. I mean, it's not that uncomfortable. It's just a matter of like, oh, but where am I? Where am I going? What is the plan? Okay, that's locked off to me, so I can't do anything about it. So I'll just have to hang out here. I guess we can use a... Nope. I can use the dash. To actually scoot around them better. There we go. And there's some health. But so... let's see. Do we want damage? Now let's put a point in kind of everything. Just give me a nice all-round boost. Let's see, there's kind of a crystal tree over there that I maybe should care about. Maybe. Oh, is this where I came in? Yeah. Okay, so this is where I started. I'm just gonna look around a little bit more. Have I been here? No. You can tell because the tree is angry. And trees should not normally be angry. Kind of a fun little mid-boss. I'm really liking the enemy variety so far. Like, it's very bullet hell, but it's kind of relaxed bullet hell. It's not like heightened reflexes or anything. This is just a matter of being patient and careful, and walked into a bunch of shots that were still there. Sorry, I thought they were part of the loot. It's fine. At least we went back immediately to full health, which is appreciated. Oh no, that's the end of the waterfall. Well, I'm glad I checked this out. And actually, we're a fair ways on the way to upgrading our weapon. I was kind of hoping we get other weapon types at a certain point. Because I think it would be kind of satisfying if I had, like, a big slug launcher that really knocks things back. Or, like, a piercing laser. You know, little goodies like that. But I also recognize that, you know, that alone... Well, that also takes a lot of programming and effort. Ooh... The bushes got bouncy. I was not ready for that. Once again with the enemy variety. Absolutely no preparation for kind of any of this. I'm just winging it. And I mean, it's fine because it's not even that hard. It's actually quite chill and comfortable. Yeah, we're gonna be able to get the next weapon upgrade here. Oh, you kidding me? We need a bomb or something to get through that one. I think the reason why it feels like the reason why I'm saying that, like, yeah, you can feel that this was made by Flash game developers. I think it is that variety, the never letting you get comfortable. And never feeling overly repetitive, while also having a fairly bite-sized package. Like, those two things generally go hand in hand with Flash games more than anything else. Because you have to keep players engaged constantly. It's not like, well, classic Flash games, people weren't buying them. And so, you know, to some degree, I guess, especially once ad-based like monetization kind of became the norm. The only way that you were going to make any kind of money was largely just by keeping players engaged for as long as possible. Without any, like, let's see. Keep players engaged for as long as possible. Ooh. Crystal Restoration reduces level up speeds by 10%. Ancient Tablet and Energy. I think we're just gonna buy them all. 10% leveling speed. Yeah, I was gonna go buy the gun upgrade, but I'm never gonna find this guy again. I might, but... I will now destroy your bushes. In case one of them hides a secret. I'm glad I checked. Okay. Holy smokes, this thing is fast. I think I can do it. No. Okay, I think we're switching to boost speed. I wonder if both are necessary. I have no idea. Okay. Got it. Yeah, it's that one thing. Yeah, getting that one jump smoothly and cleanly was all I needed. Okay, drop all these back down. Put a point in everything. I don't think I put more points into damage. Maybe I did. I don't know. We'll just be kind of an all-rounder for the time being. Okay. Sorry. Had to check. Just in case. Let's see. So what do we have over here? There's clearly a cave that gets you into that spot. But where that cave is and how you access it... don't know. I'm sure we'll find some of these answers later. We might have cleared out most of this area. Because we've been there, we've been that. Yeah, we've done everything. Okay. Time to just make tracks and see what we got over here. Whoops. Almost ran face first into that dude. Maybe I'm giving Flash games too much credit. They really were kind of the gamut. I shouldn't put them on, like, too much of a pedestal here. Because there were good Flash games and bad Flash games, and... that just gets me extra boost, which isn't really that helpful. Oh, I can't get through there. Okay. Hey, but we can get the next ship... Oh, right! We already found another ship friend. So I should actually go back and see what they offer. Unfortunately, I think they require the red octagons, and I'm pretty sure I have like none of those. I was not supposed to race him home. Alright, so let's see what we have. Indicates locations have been completely cleared. Overall completion and add pointers wherever you miss something. Transports you back to the village whenever you want. Oh, these are... Whoa, 65%. Map fragment. Oh. That's a big one. Okay, so he shows us where all of the things are. Wow. I, got some stuff to go find. And yeah, I need some kind of explosive shot to get through there. Okay. We fought you. We fought your superior form. At this point, nothing you do can surprise me. But you can definitely harass me into a corner. Otherwise, I could also just completely beef it like a fool. Oh, door's open. Oh, you know what? I can get into that thing, can't I? Let's see what else we got. Because I will always have more. Ow. How did I not take any damage on that? I have no idea, man. Well, I could go buy some more things. Just slow scoot through. Don't take too much damage. The little sound effects when you hit those crystals is very satisfying. Okay, we leveled up again. I'm glad we went for that 10% reduction. And we might as well stick our heads in here. Next dungeon. Oh. Should have been more careful. Ooh, boy, these guys are kind of tanky, too. There it kind of is. There we go. These little chargers are easy enough to dispatch. I'm just gonna... Oh, no, that's not a big charger. It's actually an ambush craft. Let's see. You're probably a foe? Yeah, you're a foe. This is also a foe. None of them are Defoe. I wonder if he ever gets uncomfortable kind of with the way his face is has put him in kind of a slightly typecast role. You know what? No, I think Willem Dafoe actually probably is fine where he's at. Like, there's a couple of actors that you always gotta wonder if they're like wanted to kind of break out of the preset role. What? The preset role that maybe their facial features might have facial features or like body type or something have kind of pushed them into. Oh, that worked out. Whatever it is, we have one of them. Probably take out the chargy boys, then we focus on this lad. Yep, into the water I go. It's fine. Better to go in the water than to take a hit. Who's the other guy? I don't know how many of you guys saw Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, but it was the kind of friend at the very beginning of the movie, and I do not remember that actor's name, but he's often used as kind of like one of those like kind of generic evil scientists and or Igor style minions in various settings. And I think about him often and whether or not like he specifically wanted to do other things with his acting career, or if he's totally cool with just being like usually the bad guy. This is another example of that. Owen Wilson is kind of the reason why I'm even on this is because I remember a while ago, Owen Wilson was like kind of sick of being referenced in regards to being a comedy actor, and then he wanted to be seen as having more depth than, you know, his previous roles would imply. And then he was like really sick of people quoting "wow" at him. I don't think that was really the correct intonation, but, you know, kind of got in my headspace just in terms of like, yeah, it probably does suck to be an actor who gets some good roles, but the roles are almost like predetermined to ruin you in some way, shape, or form. Who's another good example of that? I don't know if it's true as much, but Halle Berry often, or specifically, is reported to have like really not liked the Catwoman movie that she was in. That it almost kind of wrecked her career in a lot of ways. This thing does not. Oh, my poor child, you cannot give up now. The Unchosen must be stopped, even if you must defy finitude itself. Huh. I didn't know those shots would actually just insta-give me. Well, we're back. Oh, do I have some upgrades? I do. I think downgrade the range, go back for the damage. Yeah. There we go. Because, yeah, I might as well punch through these guys really hard. I should probably get the next weapon upgrade, but, like, some amount of this I can just get through on pure gumption alone. I'd rather go for perks that benefit completionism specifically. Okay. I was not banking on this bush moving too much. I think I'll be fine, though. Anything to do back here? I'm so... Yep. So cooked by secrets, I have to check. And it turns out, I was right. Okay, so what do we... I guess we can't really invest into much else. Let's see. Who's the other actor? Why am I forgetting his name? Oh. He's... not Skarsgård. I think he's also Scandinavian-ish? Who's the actor for Hannibal? Mads Mikkelsen, there we go. Mads Mikkelsen kind of pops up in my brain when I talk about this. There was an interview with him a while ago about, like, his, not ethos with acting, but, like, how he specifically thinks about acting. And how specifically he's almost kind of super detached, because for him, acting is just how he gets his beer money. And that always kind of struck me as an interesting mental state to be in. As somebody that, like, very much cares about what he does, to be just in it for the beer money is hilarious. I think that's not entirely true. He could have even been joking about it. There's a very real possibility that, like, he actually cares quite deeply about what he does and how he does it. Okay, go for the bushes first because they're going to... Oh, boy, we cooked those bushes quick. Okay, good. There are phases where it goes butt first. Wait. Mads Mikkelsen did figure skating? What? He was a ballet dancer. I will have to read that man's biography at some point if it's been written or if it will be written or something, just because it feels like that's got to be packed with all sorts of weird nonsense in kind of the best way. Yeah, I did ballet for a while. Wild. Ow. There we go. It's actually a really easy phase. I appreciate that. There we go. What is this? What goodie did we acquire? New weapon type. Child of the Crystal, the power once mine is now thine. Gather energy from the blue crystals and use my power to exit this shrine. Oh, is it like a warp out button? Or is it a bomb? Oh. Maybe it is a bomb. Maybe I'm just supposed to go this direction. Power of protection. It is a bomb. I wasn't sure if it was like a power of reflection or anything like that. Dumb brain of mine didn't notice the exit out the back. Well, cool. Let's see. Anything I can do here? Okay, it doesn't get me through that at the very least. Anywho, I adore this game. I think it's really well designed. I think the music is fantastic, and it's really neat to play kind of a Metroidvania Zelda-like adjacent game. You know, kind of somewhere in that search action genre, whatever you want to call them. Okay, so it doesn't blow those up. But it blows up the rocks on the other side. Sure. Fine. Why not? Yeah, I was hoping it would destroy things for my convenience. Okay. So we want to buy the compass. So now I know if a location has been completely cleared, which is... Zoom in? Oh, it's got the little check mark next to it. Okay. I have not completely cleared, like, most things. Cripes. That's fine. Anyway, so for now, if you guys want to pick up Minishoot Adventures yourselves, it should just be available now on Steam. Unless I've missed something, which, I mean, possible. I don't know if it's on any other platforms. I hope it comes out on Switch, but I definitely could see this being pretty solid on PlayStation and Xbox as well. It just feels like it would be made for handheld. The kind of game that I would have adored as a child on my, like, Game Boy Advance or something. Maybe. Anyway, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know, and if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.